Yummy, yummy, yummy to our tummy. Happy 4th of July. How y'all doing tonight? This is the Storage Brats bringing you another little short video. We're doing a little 4th of July cook. A buddy of mine talked me into doing this. That would be Regular Guy Barbecue. We've got Callista, one of the Storage Brats, and Olin, and me, Michael Sams. Today we're doing a 14.5-pound brisket. We're going to show you how to trim it and then season it. And we'll show you several spots in the video later on where it's cooking and smoking. It's going to be about a 15-hour cook. Maybe a few more minutes, maybe a few less minutes. You should go about at 225, approximately an hour to an hour and 15 minutes per pound. So that is what we're gonna do. So stick around and I'll give you some pointers on how to trim it up a little bit, and then the Storage Brats are gonna season it up. So after I get this trimmed up, the Storage Brats are gonna season it with their nice little hands, their own little blend of herbs and spices, and they can tell you what that is when they after they mix it up or whatever. We'll show you what we're going to use on it, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna trim it now. I have this beautiful knife that my son Dakota got me for Father's Day. It's awesome. It's great. I love this knife.
I like it.
He's also one of the Storage Brats, in case you didn't figure that out. What we're going to do here is we're going to cut some of this fat off. And we're also going to square it up right here on this line a little bit. And then come right down this line. Square up some. Just to make it cook a little more even. And then this harder fat, like this hard fat here, it will never render down. So you kind of got to trim most of that off. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cut this in a nice straight line right over here. Hopefully I don't slip and cut Olin's arm off.
If he does, like the video.
If I slip and cut his arm off, there'll be one portion less of a Storage Brat.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
Yeah, it'd be pretty sad. Probably end his football career pretty soon if I did that. We don't want that. This hard chunk of fat here, we're going to take most of this off.
Why?
Comes right off. You just let it fall right in there with your knife.
Because it ain't good.
But it just won't render down. And, you know, a lot of people may not take quite this much fat off, but you know,
I used to like
being that I'm already a fat guy, I don't need much more fat in my diet. It's just a big hunk of fat there. We don't need that. There's also another big chunk right over here
and under it.
in this seam. We're going to take a big portion of this chunk out right here.
And under it.
And all you really have to do, pretty much follow this seam, and it'll take you right where you need to go. Now,
Dad?
this is only my second brisket that I've ever cooked. I'm more of a ribs and Boston butt kind of guy,
I'm more of a
or pork
steak.
shoulder, fresh pork shoulder. Some of y'all may know it as. But see this big old chunk of fat here? We don't need this either.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you gonna like take pieces of meat off of it, or just gonna leave it?
Not really. Probably gonna take this little edge right over here off. You know, a lot of this fat down in here. You know, I'm probably gonna keep on here.
It's going.
Take a little bit more off right here. It's just a big old pocket of fat. And some of it will render down, but anything that's hard, it's not going to render. I don't care how many hours you cook, it's just not going to go away. It's just going to be a hard chunk of disgusting fat.
That you're going to take off in the long run anyway.
Yeah, you're just going to throw it away in the long run. So you might as well take it off before you cook it. Now, whenever you go to cook this right here, it'll close right up, just like that, and it's just flat. So, and then on the other side, we're going to take off a good bit of this fat cap. Try to get it leveled out some. And, you know, Olin's kind of in the danger zone a little bit, but his daddy's pretty good with a knife, so
we do it for y'all guys.
Maybe I won't chop him.
We do it for y'all guys, though. Right?
This knife that Dakota got me, it is super sharp.
So we can cut a bit. And he also sharpened it, so it's a little bit more sharpener.
I actually haven't sharpened this one yet.
I have a question, Dad. Well, most of his knives he sharpened. Can that...
It's just fat we're pulling off there.
Can that knife cut through bone?
No. It might chop through a bone, actually. And, you know, you should never cut towards yourself like I'm doing here. So, let's don't do that at home, kids. Kind of breaking the rules a little bit.
Or anywhere else, because people think, don't try this at home.
Everybody says, cut away, cut away, cut away, not towards. So, you know, that's what we're doing. We're cutting away from us the right way. Because I need to be around a lot longer for the storage brats. And Mama Storage Brat. Can't forget her. She's behind the camera. You know, I didn't mention her at the beginning. She doesn't, she's a little shy for the camera yet, you know. So, you know, she is the one that edits and records a lot of the videos. So, y'all give her a shout out when y'all watch.
I will seem like all pieces of fat does. I guess you follow the seam too, huh?
Yep, you follow all the seams.
Even on that one. That big old
chunk of fat right here off. And you know, you may see me in spots cut down to the meat. It'll be fine.
It ain't that
this is going to be a very, very low and slow cook. Like I said, about 225. It's going to be about, I don't know, about 14, probably 12 to 14 hours. What I'm guessing. Maybe a few more. I don't know. It's 225, about an hour and 15 minutes per pound. This was originally right at a 15-pound brisket, so I'm cutting.
It's probably 13 pounds.
I don't know. Look here. Got a good chunk of the fat off.
Probably about 13.
Probably a good pound or two of fat right there. Maybe 3 pounds. Good bit of fat there. But we're gonna finish trimming this up, and when we come back, the storage brats will show you how to mix up some barbecue seasoning.
Okay, guys. So what we're seasoning with is some nature seasoning, some chipotle and roast garlic, some brown sugar bourbon, some apple wood rub, and some roasted garlic and herb. So we're going to put it in a bowl and mix it up, and then we're going to season the brisket. Okay, we got the seasoning done, and now we're going to rub it. So.
You might think they're putting a lot on there, but really you got to think about the meat versus season ratio.
That's good. Maybe put a little bit more while we're mixing. Not me!
You know, make sure you get the sides and the edges good now, not just the top. You know, give her a little flip. All right.
Put some on.
We're going to open that flap up right there. Open the flap up there, Olin. Yep, get it all right in there. All right, y'all go ahead and rub that in there. Make sure you get the edges good.
I'll do the edge.
We're going to save this extra for the Boston butt we're going to put on there too. Pork shoulder.
We're going to show you that too. Maybe. Callisto.
And this is how you make your food nice and happy. You let your kids help you. Kids helping you is great. Calista, stop, please. Kids helping, happy kids, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's
Teach them young.
There we go.
And they
That's
enjoy
beautifully
doing it.
seasoned.
Okay, that's good.
Nice brisket. Here we're going to put that on about midnight, which is about 20 minutes away from now. Let it smoke all night. And be ready to eat about lunchtime tomorrow, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. All right, what we have here is a pork shoulders. Some people call them Boston butts. Some people call them pork shoulders. Just a fresh piece of pork. It comes from the shoulder blade of the animal. The shoulder blade bone is actually right here. So we're going to use the same exact seasoning that we put on the brisket. I'm going to trim up a couple little small pieces off of here. Not nothing drastic. Most of the fat on the pork shoulder will render out. So yeah, I mean, this is really quick cleanup on this. You just want to, you know, there's a couple straggly pieces. Just knock those off real quick. No worries. If you got a sausage grinder or something like that, you can actually break this down into sausage if you wanted to.
Brisket fast.
So, you know, it's pretty easy. Just the same exact seasoning that we put on the brisket, which is McCormick's Grill Mates. Olin's gonna rub this in real quick for you. Try not to put too much of it in the floor so his mama whoops us, because she did just mop the floor about an hour ago. You know,
I'm gonna go do some.
those boys get in
than
trouble
that.
a lot. So, you know, my buddy Regular Guy Barbecue's got it set up real nice outside, so his wife doesn't get upset. So we do what we can where we can. And we're going to be using nothing fancy, just a regular old charbroil. It was an offset smoker that the smoker box burn off of, and I just took a piece of sheet metal and screwed it on the side. Flip it.
We're using hickory wood.
We're using hickory Kingsford charcoal. Nothing super special. And it's like Regular Guy Barbecue says, this is barbecue for the regular guys. Nothing fancy. And again, it might look like there's a lot of seasoning on this, but you got to look at the meat to season ratio. You know, a lot of this is going to render off while it's cooking. It's going to basically sweat off of it. And this will get cooked at the same temperature.
Probably on the same grill.
Probably about 225, 250, probably about 5.5 hours on this. And it will make some melt in your mouth barbecue sandwiches. or melt in your mouth pulled pork, or you know, however you want to call it. Put this edge over here and stuff. Yep.
Can't wait.
It'll definitely make some melt in your mouth stuff. You know, a lot of people are scared to do big chunks of meat like this. Don't be scared of it. It's just meat, you know. If you can make a pork chop on the grill or a hamburger on the grill, I don't see why you can't make a brisket or a pork shoulder on the grill. It's the same process, just a little bit longer. So we're gonna wrap this one up in some aluminum foil and put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours, because it won't need to go on the grill till in the morning, where this is going on there tonight. So
Stay tuned.
we've got a nice pork shoulder and a nice brisket. Happy 4th of July. I'll stay tuned, and we'll show you some of the cooking process throughout it. All right, what we got here, we got Olin, Grill Master Olin right here. And like I was saying, you know, this is a regular guy can do this. This is all regular stuff. It's just a regular old charbroil. Like I said, it was an offset smoker. I replaced the offset part, fell off, so I put a piece of sheet metal over it. We just got a regular old grill grate. We got some regular old Kingsford charcoal in here. We're about to put a little bit in this chimney. Olin's going to go ahead and do that. He's going to put about 10 or 15 pieces of hickory wood or apple wood Kingsford.
And if you hear booms, that's just fireworks.
We got some apple wood.
Doing fireworks.
And right there we've got some hickory Kingsford. Regular old charcoal. It's about 15 pieces probably work. And that's not even that's 3. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got a big handful, 2 big handfuls, son. Just enough that we just want to cover up the bottom of the spring there, and then we're good. Well, that'll be plenty. And we got 2 pieces of old newspaper right here. We're just gonna shove that underneath it. We're gonna drag it back this way some. And then the way we do this, we like this little see this little mesh here? We like the way this works. Just go right under the bottom.
Newspaper.
Right closer to the edge where you can see.
Or newspaper too.
And we'll be right back. And what we're going to do is let this right here go ahead and light that little bit of charcoal there. And then what we'll do is we'll pour it right on top of this. This is basically what'll happen is the 1 or 2 lit pieces will carry on down, you know, heat rises. So what'll happen is the 1 or 2 pieces will actually make it burn really slow as the other pieces catch on fire, and it'll carry us same temperature through the night. Like I said, it's about midnight out here, and we're gonna let this cook all night.
Oh God! Don't get smoke in your eyes.
So this charcoal right here is actually lit well enough for our purposes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and dump it right on top of this. And what'll happen is, as the night goes, it'll basically just burn slowly down into the bed of coals, and it'll keep me a temperature up all night long. Alright, so what we got, like I said, are a few little hot charcoals here on top. Olin's about to place our brisket on the grill. Just set it over there as far away from the heat as you can get it, Olin. Thick side facing this way. Thick side facing this way, son. Yep. Pull it towards the front a little bit. All right. So we're gonna tell it good night.
Good night, buddy. A brisket.
All right, there she goes. Good night. All right, we're about 3 hours into this brisket cook, me and Olin, and I do believe she is looking good. Looking good. Yes, sir. Do believe she's gonna turn out quite nicely. So far so good. Still got a good bit of coals here. Here we are, 6 o'clock in the morning. She's looking good. Looking real good. A few more hours and she'll be ready to rock. I'm going to add a few more coals now. And let her go a couple more hours. Good morning, brisket. So here we are again, everybody. It is now 11 o'clock. And she's really starting to look good. Looking good, looking good. Looking real good. Like I said, it's about 11. She'll be ready right shortly. I'm about to go get the Boston butt, pork shoulder, put her on. Alright, it's 12 o'clock. Me and Olin's about to pull the brisket off and wrap it. Go ahead and open her up, Oli. And I don't know what y'all cook, but to me, man, that looks good. Y'all hear my little chickens in the background also. They're over there chickening, doing chicken things. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it. Pretty self-explanatory how you wrap it. Wrap it up in aluminum foil, nice and tight. And let her soak, sit for an hour or so. And then we're gonna open it up in a little while and cut it up. We'll be right back as soon as we get this wrapped. And the butt on the grill. All right, now we got Olin. He's about to unwrap the Boston butt. And we'll get it on the grill. He's got clean hands, obviously. All right. Flip it over, Olin. Put the fat cap up, please. Yep. Oh, yeah. All right. So, there we are. Got the Boston butt on the grill. It's looking good. Got our coals going still. And we'll see you again in a few hours. 4th of July. Doing regular things like regular guys on regular grills. Getting a shout out there for Regular Guy Barbecue also. So yeah, here we go with the Boston butt.
Hey guys, this is Olin in the storage brat. We're checking the Boston butt an hour in. The temperature is about 300. Let's see. That's an hour in. Getting hungry. A couple more hours. We check you in about an hour or 2 hours to see what it's looking like. So y'all stay tuned to see how it's gonna turn out.
Alright, we got our brisket and our butt. They're off the grill now. I'm gonna cut them, see how I did. Like I said, this is only my second time cooking brisket. But you know, how bad can it be? So we got our little knifey knife. And I'm gonna try to cut into it here a little bit. This is probably not the best knife in the world.
Do you want another one?
Nope, this one's fine. So maybe I probably might should have a fork or something. I don't know. But this will be fine. I seen on one guy's video, he said the way you test your brisket to see if it's good is it'll bend like that whenever you got it laying on your knife. So I guess it might be alright. Cut a couple slices here for us to test out. And I've had it sitting wrapped in a towel for a couple hours now. So, you know,
Where's the seasoning?
looks pretty good. It don't look dry. Looks pretty great. See if this storage brat over here likes it. See if this other storage brat right over here likes it. See if storage mama likes it. See if the fat guy likes it.
You could taste the smoke in it.
Mmm.
It's pretty alright. So
it's but
of course my princess, it doesn't suit her. Then we got
Good
our
flavor.
Boston butt here. This is what I know. I've cooked hundreds of these, possibly even thousands of them. But got a nice smoke ring in there, as you can see. This one came off a lot sooner, or a lot. This one has not been off as long. See the juice pouring out of it. This is what my princess is used to.
this is what I'm talking about.
Maybe all these little storage people. A little taste. See how we did.
The fat's good.
That's fire. And as we cut this up, get a little further back into the what they call the point, which is right over here. Right over here.
It's gonna get more juicy.
It'll get more juicy. Because this in the flat part where you get your burn-ins from and stuff. But you know, see how it
I
still
still think
moves
it's
and
really
jiggles?
good.
It's really good. See how
You
it moves
did.
and jiggles and whatnot.
You did a good
I
job.
think I did pretty good for only my second brisket. So, with that being said, from me and the Storage Brats, y'all have a happy 4th of July. Have a safe 4th of July. And stay safe. I want to give a shout out again to Regular Guy Barbecue. I watched his video on brisket after I started this one. You know, I'm kind of backwards sometimes. Give a shout out to Nightmare Treasures, KT Treasures, Curbside Junkies. Appreciate the follow and the like and subscriptions. Also want to give a shout out to Rosie's Random Treasures and
Many more.
KT Treasures.
Conky's
Said it.
Flipping Adventures. He let me plug the channel on his show last night. Very appreciative about that. Same thing with Curbside Junkies. They let me plug my channel on their channel. I appreciate it, helping the small people out. Anyway, with that being said, from us to y'all, happy 4th of July. Just wanted to come back with a real short, quick clip. Show the juice. So I guess I didn't do too bad with the brisket. Getting a little closer to that thick end down there. Look at that smoke ring. Good stuff. Yummy, yummy, yummy to our tummy. Happy 4th of July.